Hey Geminis, welcome to Tyrone Hill. Welcome to your July reading. I hope all is well. Alright, let's get started. I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light and divine love in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Gemini collective needs to know for the first half of July, sorry. Now, full disclosure, I already just tried to do this reading. Okay, now, these two cards came out, and they came out again. Choose your friends wisely, say no. There's a need to set boundaries on the people that you're surrounding yourself with right now. They're not having the best influence on you. Also, I'm feeling like you guys are misusing your intellect. You have a gift of intellect and some analytical gifts, okay? But it's not being used properly, and it's because of the people you're around right now. All right? They're affecting how you look at your gifts and how you know to use them. You need to surround yourself by probably some higher vibe people who can show you a different way, or at least expand your mind as to how to use it. Okay? Here's an example. If you are really good at math, but you're surrounded by a bunch of criminals, and you're only thinking about math in the capacity of how to operate within that world. But let's say if you got picked out of that world and got thrown into a scientific world and you're surrounded by scientists, you will take that same analytical ability and apply it to scientific discoveries and research, okay? So something about your environment is molding how you're using your faculties. There's a need to check that, okay? It's affecting you probably more than you think, all right? Also, I had the feeling of like somebody using it. Well, yeah, all right. It's leading you to like probably, this could be you or someone else. It's leading someone to use that analytical gift for like petty reasons. Like you can use it to like figure out a brilliant plan to rob a candy store, or you can use it to come up with a brilliant $1 million idea, business idea, right? It's like it's the same gift, but used in different capacities, okay? So something to be mindful of. It seems like your ego is playing a role here. I also feel like you might be trying to fight the universe. You know you can't fight the universe, right? Also, build on solid ground. All right, this is you're stepping into a new way to use your gifts, all right? All the gifts that you naturally have, the things that you do naturally, the way you think or the way you process things, it's a gift. And Spirit gave you that gift to use it in a certain way. You're about to be taught how to use that now. And that's going to set a new foundation for you. All right. Also, I was feeling, when I was meditating, I just kept swaying. Like, I feel like there's a need to just go with the flow of the universe here, okay? But the Sagittarius reading, maybe check that one out. But they learned, or they're in a phase where it's a very zen phase that we should all be in. Where we learn, like, hey, you can't really fight the universe on this, you know? You're fighting the universe on something that... You're fighting the universe on your own limitations. Like, because you don't want to change. Now you're trying to, like, outsmart the universe, it seems. Or... outsmart fate and destiny. It's something that's not, and you're using this skill to do it, but it's something that's not, it's not worth the effort. Whatever it is that you're trying to, whatever it is that's triggering you to do this is not worth the reward. It's not worth the effort. You're going to tire yourself out or make things harder for you. So it's a need for you to go with the flow here. Sway with it. Go with the flow. See what's happening. Especially with the social circles. If you see that switching up on you, just go with it. Observe. Don't try to like... You can't trick the universe. Okay. Alright. High Priestess. Ooh, I hope you guys aren't going down that route. That's what I was feeling, but I was hoping that wasn't it. Listen. Alright. Before we continue, hold on. Listen, you're not going to want to hear this. Geminis have been on some stuff, All right, the Gemini collective has been very manipulative since I started doing this channel. I started this channel in November. You guys have been on your bull since then. Okay? So it's probably longer than that. You guys got to cut it out. All right? It's over. Cut it out. All right? You're only holding yourself back. All right? Now's the time to get to where you're supposed to be. You're still holding on to this old way of being. With the High Priestess here. Your intuition is telling you something, or either that or you're using your intuition. Oh my gosh. If you guys are using your intuitive abilities, don't try to use your intuitive abilities to get over. Don't try to go to like love spell energy. Please don't. You know that shit ain't gonna work out for you. Come on now. Come on. You're gonna get some tough love in this reading. I know you guys don't want to hear it. You need to hear it. It's time to grow up. All right? This energy that you're carrying, this deceptive energy, this King of Wands in reverse energy that you guys been carrying, this is someone who is not that reliable. You're moving back and forth. You're in and out of people's lives, or you're not living up to what you say you can live up to. All right? This is being emotionally manipulative. Cut it out, especially because you're being emotionally manipulative while using your intuitive gifts. You're using your intuitive gifts totally wrong. It's because of ego. Your ego got triggered. And now you're scrambling to save face. All right. This is about wisdom. Somewhere in there, there's a lot of wisdom, okay? You might have some secret abilities that you're not telling people. But you're using it to your advantage. You're using it to figure out, like, it's like using your psychic powers to figure out when the security guard is going. I don't know why I keep going to, like, robbing banks and robbing stores. But because it's using it for something that's not good for you. You're like tapping in to figure out, okay, I know the security guard is going to go home at 7 p.m. So at 7:05, I can roll up. You know, it's just like when you can use your intuitive abilities to help people. Like, come on. And it's because of the people that you're around. You're around people who are enabling that behavior. Who's doing this? Cut it out, man. Come on. Four of Cups. You don't want to miss out on something. All right, cool. All right, let's continue. We have the Four of Cups Four of Cups coming out with the King of Cups, all right? All right, it's like if somebody got an intuitive hit about someone and they feel like that's where their love is, but the person doesn't know it, then you're trying to force them into knowing it, or you're trying to visualize it, you're trying to manifest it, you're trying to force it by in an intuitive way. Hopefully you guys aren't going down a spell work. I mean, because if the universe is not completely on board, then whatever you're trying to bind yourself to is not going to work in your favor. You're not going to like the end result. Spirit is not closing a door or stopping you from experiencing this love with someone for no reason at all. There's a divine plan. There's things that's playing in the background that you might not be aware of. That's why you have to just go with the flow. Trust that the universe got you. And stop, like, trying to play God. Like, Anyway, Love is sending someone into a frenzy. Wow. Someone's like I feel like someone's masterminding. With this Four of Cups and King of Cups. I can't believe. Who? Alright, I'm not judging. I'm going to just say what I got to say. King of Cups with the Four of Cups here. The Four of Cups is about missing out on an opportunity. Alright? Feeling like you missed out on an opportunity. You're holding on. You're holding on to this cup. This cup that you love so much. Not realizing that the universe has other cups lined up. You're casting all types of metaphorical spells to keep this cup in your hand when the cup is breaking and disintegrating right in front of your eyes. Because you have new cups coming. But this is your favorite cup. So you can't let it go. Go with the flow. All right? Anybody got time for that? We're adults. All right? Come on. It's putting someone in shadow mode. This has been going on long enough. All right, it's time to mature. It's time to step into your stability with the Four of Wands here. All right, because if the universe is making this cup disintegrate, it means that the cup is no longer healthy for you. That's why it's disintegrating. Now you're getting eco-friendly cups coming through. You know, better opportunities for you. All right, something that's more stable. It's like, it's a past situation too with the Six of Cups. Either that was something with, wait, let's look into it. The Six of Cups can be a past situation or something that's like, you feel a spiritual connection. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Something that makes you feel happy. All right. It's something that makes someone feel happy, right? Something that, see, so I don't know what, okay, so someone might have gotten an intuitive hit about this person and the other person doesn't know. Like, let's say if you're not in a relationship with this person, but you got an intuitive hit and you know, like, oh, I'm supposed to be with this person, but it's not playing out exactly the way you think it should, then you're getting frantic. And it's putting you in planning mode. Like, wait, Spirit told me that this is a person. What's going on? And that's where the con man energy comes in. The manipulation. The con man with the King of Wands. This could be you or someone who's interested, who has their eye on you. All right? Someone's carrying this very manipulative energy. They're trying to get it. And they're misusing their wonderful analytical planning or whatever analytical skills or intuitive gifts to get someone. What gives me some hope is with the Two of Cups here. Two of Coins. They are juggling. But I think, like, it's like someone's on a fence of like, okay, I'm going to let it go. Or I'm just going to go with the flow. And then something triggers them that makes them go back into the frantic mode. Like, you get on the right track, and then you're just like, oh, wait, whoa, I can't. Oh, come on now. All right, whatever. Moving on. No judgments. You're looping. Okay, you're looping. Okay. Anytime you find yourself looping, like you find yourself in a cycle where you're going back and forth, let's say it's you and a specific person, and you guys go through a love-hate cycle, or you keep breaking up and making up, it's time to pay attention to at what specific point are you looping at? What is the thought process that happens that have you in a loop? When you get to the point where you're ready to move on and allow for the universe to go, what happens that triggers you back into frantic mode? You need to pay attention to that so you can actually move forward. All right? You guys have been stuck here for too long. Why is this Knight of Coins here? You're stunting your own growth. That's what's happening. You're stunting your own growth by doing this. Yeah. So once you pinpoint, it's a pain point that's triggering your ego, that's sending you back into a spiral. Every time you climb up this mountain, and then something, you reach a certain point, and it makes you slide back down again. What is that that's bringing you back down? That's a burden, and it needs to be healed. All right? It's stopping your progress. Watch the full moon in Capricorn reading, because this is the energy of like people being able to make you revert. Okay? This definitely has the energy of someone reverting. But we do have the Two of Swords coming out. So that means your breakthrough is right there. Eventually you're going to get the point. You're going to get it. All right? Eventually you're going to get it, and you're going to have your breakthrough where you can finally get past that part of the mountain and keep climbing. But don't let anyone like get in the way of your healing, right? If you started doing the work, continue on that path, but also be self-aware, right, of what is your trigger, and try to stay away from those triggers, to be honest. Choose your friends wisely. All right? So you might be moving on, like, you might be on a high ground, right? And you're trying to turn a new leaf and try to be better. And then you'll have a conversation with an old friend who's not about being better. And they bring you right back into the old you. You might still find yourself in environments that remind you of the old you. You might have the pressure of still being the old you. And that's what's bringing you back. Yeah, it's your social circle. It's playing a role. It's stopping your progress. It's like it's a domino effect. The people around you are making you it's making you revert, and then in turn, it's causing you to start acting in a way that's now becoming. It was once your character, but now it's out of character. It's not who you are. Like, you might have friends who instigate a situation or something weird. Like, instead of, like, fighting this person. I don't know why I'm going to all types of, like, hood chronicles. But, like, instead of, like, let's say you get into an argument. Somebody steps on your shoe. And you're like, okay, no, it's fine. Walk away. And then you might have a friend in your ear like, are you going to let them do that? And now it triggers your ego. And you're like, nah, you know what? You're right. And then start fighting. That's what I'm feeling. It's like you have a social circle that's giving you way too much ammo to throw your healing away. If you made progress, you got to get rid of the people who are not healing. If you started doing work, then identify the people around you who's not doing the work or who's not respecting the fact that you've changed, and let them MFers go. Okay, let's see what the blockage is. It seems like there's already progress being made internally. But like now your social circle is a problem. Because they're not lined up with who you are. And you have to find better people. Shut up. You gotta find better people to spend time with. Okay, what's a blockage? Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles here. Yeah. Yeah, you're looping, man. You're looping in this emotional sense, okay? The frantic energy. This is a Queen of Cups in reverse, and that's the Eight of Swords. The Queen of Cups in reverse is not being emotionally sound, okay? But the Ace of Pentacles is right here. Like, you're going to have your breakthrough, okay? It's just going to be, this is like the final throw. It's the final challenge in the first half of July. But you're going to your breakthrough. You see your breakthrough. You see what you're going towards, but you just keep sliding down the mountain, you know? Because you probably have some crappy friends who are just chipping away at this mountain and making it harder for you to climb. All right, so you got to get rid of those. You have to climb this mountain alone. But because you keep looping, you feel trapped. You feel like there's nothing you can do about it emotionally. Because you feel like there's nothing you can do about it, it's putting you in an emotionally manipulative state. Because you're like, I don't know what else to do. Keep climbing. All right? You're almost there. All right. What are they failing to see? Besides their friends being crappy. Oh, what? Oh, come on. All these cards. Okay. High Priestess coming out again. All right. You're failing to see. I feel like you... All right. You guys definitely are on point intuitively. All right. Whatever your intuition is telling you, you're on point. But when you start using that in a weird way, it seems like it's blocking you. When you use it in a low vibe way, it's stopping you from really tapping into your intuition as much as you could. So there's a new window of opportunity opening up. There's an upgrade that's coming where you're going to really step into your abilities. And you're going to see how you can use it. First of all, how powerful your abilities are. And then you're going to learn how you're supposed to use it. All right? You can't access all your abilities as of yet because right now you're showing the universe that you don't know how to use it in the high vibe way. Once you show that you do have that sense of balance where you can use it in a high vibe way, then you'll get gifted with even more. Okay? Even more, which might even come with some financial compensation. Like, but you have to, with the Nine of Coins, Nine of Pentacles, you have to be okay with this whole, like, it's going to be a lonely climb for a little bit until you meet your people, until you meet your new people. You have to get rid of the old pack. Okay, watch the Aquarius reading. Everybody should watch the Aquarius reading. It's definitely a collective reading where it's talking about walking away from the pack. These friends that you've known for a really long time. And it's hard. It's a hard decision, but they're you're going to realize that they are not your people. So especially with all this intuitive energy here, you might have been around people who weren't as intuitive, and they probably look to you like, how do you know that? How do you know how to do that? And they're like, oh, so maybe you can use this to figure out if, I don't know, something stupid, you know? They're influencing you to use it in a way that's not fitting. All right. So you got to get rid of those people. They don't speak your language. They're not your people. All right. You have to keep climbing on this mountain so you can meet the people that you're supposed to meet. All right. You got to say no. You got to set the boundaries. Say no so you can build on solid ground. Have more solid friendships, more quality relationships around you. But you have to be okay with doing it alone for a little bit. It's just going to be a transition. But it's a major, major upgrade. All right. With the Wheel of Fortune here. And it might turn on some more intuitive abilities. Some of you guys might become like healers or spiritual teachers or something like that. What's that advice? It's like a natural intuitive gift that some of you guys have. What's that advice? What's that advice? We have the Justice card coming out in reverse, meaning mishandling. Yeah. It's time to recognize that. It's time to recognize who you are and recognize your gift. It's something that, you know what, like when we have natural gifts, sometimes it's hard to recognize that it is a gift. You're just like, oh, this is just a thing that everybody can do, and you're not realizing, no, that's something, it's actually something that you can do, it's unique to you. So that's why you're kind of squandering it, because you don't realize the worth of the gift that you have naturally. All right, there's a need for you to be more mindful of that, because it is your key. It's your key to your happiness. With the Nine of Cups here, this is wish fulfillment energy. It's the key to the life that you want. This gift that you're squandering on petty-ish. Spirit, your guides are just sitting there waiting like, all right, let's see, we'll see. Are they going to get it yet? We have all this waiting for them. Yeah, right now it's not being handled. It's being handled in a way to be manipulative. That's all. That's not why you were given this gift, all right? Some of you guys, a lot of people are waking up to their spiritual callings. I just spoke to the Scorpio collective. They definitely have that energy too. Yeah, so it seems like this might be the case too. You guys might, whoever I'm talking to, the collective that I'm talking to now, whoever's resonating with this, you guys might be led to take a more spiritually led life. You might be led to be a spiritual teacher of some sort. All right. It's like the energy of like Malcolm X before he became Malcolm X, right? That's the energy. Like he was like a criminal, right? He was on the streets. He was using the same mental capacity to do whatever he had to do on the streets, and then he finally converted and he reformed himself, and he used his gift to be a powerful influence. That's what's happening here. Your circle, your sphere of influence is keeping you down. You're supposed to influence more people on a higher plane. Okay? So it's an injustice that you're looping like this. Like, take this reading as like some type of kick in the butt, okay? Because with the Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles here, this is a new opportunity. This is like a tangible one. This could be a financial, something opening up financially. Like, I feel like if you open up to your gifts more, you might open up to like a spiritual vocation, like tarot reading, Reiki, things like that, or just being a spiritual leader of some sort. Okay. So if that's resonating, then yeah, take that as confirmation. All right, let's see what the animal spirit is. What's the animal spirit for Geminis? Yeah, this is about turn knowledge into wisdom, wolf spirit. This is about using what you've learned to gain wisdom, using your skills in a more mature way now. In a way that's outside of you, bigger than you. Okay? Even if it is just about you to get financial compensation, at least you're doing it on a high vibe plane and you're working with spirit. You're doing it how spirit intended for you to use these gifts. All right? Which is when you follow that, it does come with compensation. All right? People don't talk about that. Like, when you follow your spiritual calling, they don't say, okay, go for your spiritual calling, but live off the land and you won't. That's not it. They understand. Spirit understands that we're human. We have human needs. We do live in this human world, and we need material gain to have a comfortable life. So understand that. Like, if you're being led to a spiritual path, yeah, I think that's why that Ace of Pentacles is coming out. the gifts that you're using for some other type of job, or you're supposed to be using it on for your spiritual job, you know? All right, cool. Pick spirit. Use your mind wisely. All right? That card of intellect. This is a card of logic, but this is a card of using it in tandem with your intuition in a very beautiful, balanced way. Okay? That's the stage you're in now. Intuition, logic, and you have a unique approach to it that is meant to help others. But first, help yourself out, right? Help yourself out of this loop. Hawk spirit. Let spirit be your guide. Yeah, follow your intuition. This is it right here. Intuition and logic equals wisdom. Look at that formula. Yeah, you have to get the immature people out of your circle. They're holding you back. It's like if somebody was an addict, they can't hang out with people who are still drinking or smoking, right? Or doing drugs. You got to hang out with people who are okay with not doing it. Take your time making this decision. You're going to have to cut some people out. Take your time with that. Your home is protected by angels. The need for security here. Guarded, protected. Wait, hold on. Yeah, your spirit guides are all up in this. Yeah, some of you guys are being led to your spiritual calling. Your guides are really close, but you already know that. You're very intuitive. Yeah, well, work with them. Don't take the information that they're giving you and use it for low vibe, petty-ish. Like, take what they're giving you and, like, move forward with it. Like, if your intuition's telling you that that someone's cheating on you. If your intuition is telling you that someone's cheating, do not take that information and then go and hire a private investigator and try to find out all about the person that they're cheating with. No, you take that information and you say, okay, well, I need to move on then. You know, it's two different ways to use this intuitive knowledge, these intuitive gifts and abilities that you have. The more you misuse it, the less you'll be trusted with, okay? Anyway. You know your inner guidance is here. All right. And don't be picky about what you want to listen to, because I'm sure you're being intuitive, so you already know what you need to be doing. If you're being led away from a situation or into a situation, you know that that's what you should be doing. All right. So cut out the malarkey, I say. All right. Let's see what the romance angels have to say, and then we out of here. What do the romance angels have to say? Deception. Yeah, you're wearing a false mask. And you have people around you who are shady, okay? And you don't need to be around them. They're only enabling your shady behavior. Passion. Express your love. All right? Someone's being led by passion. Love could be beautiful. It can be a source of light, but it can also be used as a weapon. Like, that's where the emotional manipulation comes in. So there's a need for you to use your passion. Like, don't fall in love, and then some people fall in love and they not saying this is you. Some people fall in love and they get frantic and they don't know how to act, and they get like kind of crazy, right? Some people, they fall in love and they know how to handle it. They're emotionally grounded. So there's something to work on when it comes to that. How love triggers you. Love is triggering you. Maybe because you're fear of losing it, blah, blah, blah. Then it puts you in deceptive mode where you're trying to trick the person into staying. Whatever the case is. All right, well, you got it. Jewel got it. Hopefully next reading we could talk about you being a healer or a spiritual leader or a light worker of some sort. All right, let's get it together. All right, thank you so much, Geminis. Please check out the Aquarius reading. I do personal readings. Check out the info box below. If you'd like to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, and until we meet again, peace.